Hey troops, it's Monday. Well, it's Sunday actually, but you'll be seeing this on Monday. Hopefully you're enjoying the nice weather. I think Monday's supposed to be even nicer than today, and yesterday was really nice. I actually got out and golf, so that was wonderful. I didn't play well, but it was still wonderful to be out. Um, at any rate, we're going to be, if you looked at the syllabus, and once again, I'm sure you didn't, this week's topic is FDR and the New Deal. And this is, significantly past Woodrow Wilson and the 14 points. We've skipped ahead quite a bit in history and instead are, looking at Wilson and instead of Wilson, I'm sorry, FDR. We skipped the whole Roaring Twenties. No big deal. FDR is an interesting guy. He's a president that really changed the presidency. He reshaped it. And there have been presidents that have done this over time. George Washington kind of set up the presidency, created it, and let it be what it's supposed to be. The next president who really had a major effect on the presidency doesn't come for quite a while, actually, and that's Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson turned the presidency from more of an elite position, a position of wealth and power, to a position that was there to serve the common man. Jackson expanded the power of the presidency and he looked to pass legislation that helped people. The next president that stands out in our minds is Abraham Lincoln. Obviously, he took on the issue of slavery. He reunited the country and unfortunately died. Died is wrong. He was assassinated, murdered, and his vision wasn't completely reached. The next president after that would be Teddy Roosevelt, who was really a big influencer who changed things. Teddy fought against the laissez faire politics of the Industrial Revolution, the politics that led to child labor and really low pay, poor working conditions. Um, for Americans. Woodrow Wilson then continued that, and even more so. And we saw his, efforts with the 14 points. And God, do I need a haircut? Anyway, sorry. Um, Going forward, the next president that we'll see that will reshape America is Teddy Roosevelt's cousin, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Franklin's an interesting guy. He was on the fast track to becoming president of the United States. Governor of New York had, you know, had high positions of authority in the government, well liked, and he was on his way. But in the 20s, he contracted a disease that mostly affected children at the time, polio. It robbed him of his ability to walk, and it robbed him in a lot of ways of his fire and his confidence, his feeling that he could have a positive effect on America. It wouldn't be until the Great Depression hits, and Franklin sees in the people suffering from the Great Depression himself. And the Depression, as odd as this sounds, inspires him. And he says, you know what, I kind of have to quit using the excuse of my inability to walk and use the talents that I have, which his talents were many. He was intelligent, forceful, cared about people, tough when he needed to be tough. Roosevelt decided that he would change the way that the United States worked, that he would get completely away from laissez faire and instead head towards what some people believe is a welfare state. I don't think that's accurate, but he felt that the Depression was so bad that the government had a responsibility to intervene, whether that meant financial payments to people, whether that meant giving people jobs, whether that meant, really doing anything to help people. And I'm going to show you a video that I actually showed to my sophomores because it fits and it talks about the New Deal. So watch the video, take light notes. We're going to continue on this track talking about FDR and how he changed the presidency, but also how he changed the United States. And if you have any doubt that that's the case, before Franklin Delano Roosevelt, given our current situation, people out of work, people hurting, there would have been no question that the government would not have created a stimulus package. There would be no checks forthcoming. It didn't happen in 1918 under one of the most, progressive presidents of the time, Woodrow Wilson. It wasn't until FDR really changed the way that government thought about citizens and their relationship. He expanded the power of the presidency too, and not everybody likes FDR for that. But there are few who would deny that he had a positive effect. He didn't end the Great Depression. World War II did that. But he made the Great Depression much more bearable for many Americans who really, really needed it. Good people who weren't lazy, who weren't trying to get away with something, but who sincerely could not find jobs even though they wanted to work and could not feed their families, make their house payments, take care of their bills, anything that they needed to because the economy was simply that bad. All right, enjoy this wonderful day. Take some light notes on the second movie, which is really a presentation and a PowerPoint, and have a wonderful day. We'll talk some more tomorrow.